Deep within the hallowed halls of the Jedi Temple, long before he became the stoic, purple-bladed master revered across the galaxy, a young Padawan Mace Windu wrestled with an inferno of his own making. He sat in a secluded meditation chamber, hands clenched, the hum of the temple library barely masking the turmoil within him. Just moments before, he had overheard news of a distant world ravaged by corporate greed, its people suffering. The injustice felt like a physical blow, a burning in his chest, a desperate, righteous anger that threatened to consume him whole. He hated feeling it, hated the lack of control, yet it was so powerful, so right. A soft presence entered the chamber, not a sound, just a shift in the Force. Jedi Master Cyslin Myr settled gracefully beside him, her posture radiating an ancient calm. She didn't speak immediately, didn't offer platitudes or commands to simply let go of his anger. Instead, she simply observed, her gaze perceptive, understanding. She saw not a flaw in his fury, but the raw, unshaped potential within it, a fierce dedication to justice, a profound empathy for the suffering. It was a fire, yes, but not inherently destructive. It was, rather, a powerful engine waiting to be properly harnessed. Cyslin Myr was a Jedi of exceptional wisdom, her insights delving beyond the surface of emotions. She understood that while the Jedi path preached detachment, it did not demand apathy. She knew that young Mace's intensity, his powerful, almost volatile reactions to injustice, were not signs of an inevitable fall to the dark side, but rather the unique expression of his connection to the Force. Her challenge and her profound contribution was to teach him not to extinguish that fire, but to temper it, to forge it into a precise, disciplined instrument of light. Her mentorship was a slow, deliberate process built on patience and deep understanding. She wouldn't simply tell him to calm down, she would guide him to understand why he felt what he felt. "Tell me, Padawan," she might begin, her voice a gentle current, "what does this anger truly speak to within you? Is it not a cry for balance, a yearning for the harmony the Force intends?" She taught him that emotions, even intense ones, were signals, not masters. They contained information, insight. The key was to listen, to understand, and then to choose a response that aligned with Jedi principles, rather than being swept away by the raw feeling itself. Their training sessions were not always about lightsaber forms or force abilities. Often, they involved meditation on abstract concepts, justice, compassion, suffering. She would encourage him to delve into the core of his frustrations, not to wallow, but to dissect. "Imagine your anger, Mace," she'd instruct, "not as a chaotic explosion, but as a laser beam. Untamed, it can burn indiscriminately. But focused, directed, it can cut through illusion, illuminate truth, and apply precise pressure where it is needed most." She helped him see that his potent emotional responses could be a wellspring of drive, provided they were anchored in the unwavering discipline of the Jedi Code. One memorable instance came during a particularly grueling sparring session. Mace, frustrated by a repeated mistake, lashed out with a strike that held too much raw power, too little control. He missed, stumbled, his jaw clenched in self-reproach. Cyslin Myr didn't scold him. Instead, she lowered her own practice saber and simply met his gaze. "That passion, Padawan," she said softly, "is potent. But does it serve your purpose in this moment, or merely distract you from it? True power lies not in its raw expression, but in its absolute command." She taught him to recognize the subtle shift when frustration threatened to overwhelm precision, to pull back, recenter, and then act with conscious intent. It was about micro-adjustments, about catching the emotional wave before it became a tsunami. It was under Cyslin Myr's patient and profound guidance that Mace learned the foundational lessons of self-control, not as suppression, but as sophisticated channeling. He learned to observe his inner turmoil, to acknowledge its presence, and then, crucially, to direct it. He understood that his fiery dedication to justice was a tremendous asset, but only if it could be tempered by an equally powerful self-mastery. This internal alchemy, this rigorous discipline of the mind and spirit, was not merely beneficial, it was absolutely essential for what lay ahead. For it was this very discipline, cultivated painstakingly by Master Myr, that would one day allow Mace Windu to master the dangerous and demanding art of Vaapad. Vaapad, the seventh form of lightsaber combat, was unique and perilous. It required its practitioner to channel the dark side energies of their opponent back at them, embracing the very edge of the abyss without falling into it. It was a form that danced with shadow, demanding an almost terrifying level of self-awareness and control. Without Cyslin Myr's mentorship, without her patient guidance in teaching him to understand, not fear the fire within him, to channel his righteous anger into disciplined, focused action, Vaapad would have been a catastrophic shortcut to the dark side. Instead, it became his signature, a testament to his unique ability to stand firm in the face of absolute darkness, wielding it as a tool for light. Cyslin Myr never achieved the fame of her celebrated Padawan, but her legacy is etched into the very core of who Mace Windu became. She didn't just teach him to fight, she taught him to master himself. She saw the storm within him and showed him how to navigate it, how to harness its power for justice. Her wisdom ensured that the fire within Mace Windu, rather than burning him or others, became a beacon, a formidable force for the light. Her story reminds us that true mentorship often lies in seeing the unique potential within an individual, not trying to force them into a predefined mold. It's about understanding the core of their being and guiding them to master their own formidable gifts. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Cyslin Myr's impact on Mace Windu. What other unsung Jedi Masters do you believe deserve more recognition for shaping the heroes we know? Share your insights in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the less explored corners of the Force, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories from a galaxy far, far away. Until next time, may the Force be with you.